Wow. I just looked today and my video, how to write a novella fast, official title is How to Write a Book in Less Than a Week, Write a Novella Fast, has reached 5,000 views. It's been up there over 2 years. So I know 5,000 views is not like, oh my God, right? I know, but I'm a writer. Whatever. I'm excited because I know it's not just about those views, it's about the fact that people have been inspired to write their books, whatever that book is, inspired to draft novellas, draft novels, and that's what it's about. Getting your message, your story out there, whether you're doing fiction or nonfiction, poetry, whatever it is, that that video might have inspired you to sit down and just do the work. That's all it is. It's just doing the work. It's sitting down, being intentional about what you are doing, about the fact that you are creating something literally out of thin air, right? You are bringing it in, putting it down, making it yours, and then making it real. And that's the next thing. In that video, I don't talk about the next step, which is you've got the draft. Now what? And that's really where the rubber hits the road. That is where it can get tough. People often stagnate, they falter, and are like, so overwhelmed that nothing else happens. It just sits there as a draft on their computer. And I don't want that to happen to you. So just, be encouraged. If you've gotten far enough that you've got a draft written, don't stop. Have someone else read it and edit it. In this day and age, I'm not going to say go pay $5,000 for someone to edit it. Please. Unless you're writing a 300,000 page tome, yeah. And this is going to be controversial, but one of the things I've learned is that indie writers, if you're planning on going the indie route, which is the way I went, you will never make it back. Unless you're one of like the 15, 20 indie authors who've made it, and you might just be the one. I'm not going to knock you or doubt you. But unless you're one of those, it's going to be very hard to make that money back. So, treat it like, what are you willing to give up and not have a return on? If you're willing to pay, several $1,000s for an editor, then, and know that you're not going to get a return on that investment, that's just, it's sunk cost, not a return. If you're knowing that that's going to happen and you're cool with that, fine, do it. I would advise getting together with some people who enjoy reading and have a good eye. The nitpicky friends who are always like, oh my God, that letter, that's supposed to be spelled with an I, not an E. Use yourself. If you're not very good at English, not very good at editing, definitely get help. Definitely get help. You do not want to be up there on Amazon and people blasting you all over the place because you have typos, errors, and bad grammar everywhere. That will ruin you and sink your book. So yeah, please hire someone. Hire an English teacher, depending on the level of editing you need. If you just need to make sure the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, the periods are in the right places, the commas are in the right places, that's a different level of editing than if you need like substantive editing and like someone to go through and make sure that it's in the right order in the sequence. That's a whole different game. But I'm saying if you're capable of writing a book and following a storyline through and making sure you've closed the loops and that you've tied up the ends and you haven't left things dangling everywhere, you probably don't need to spend as much on that editing, but you do want to get editing done. Please, please, please look at your work, have someone else look at it, go through it again. Good idea is to print it out. And a friend of mine, an author, Beth Hermes, she actually suggested printing it out in a different color. So like if your manuscript is printed in purple or something, your eyes read it differently and it catches things that it might not have caught in just a black print. Who knew, right? But when I started printing things out, I saw a noticeable difference in what I was able to catch versus what I'm reading on the screen. It just looks differently. Because you don't want to wait till you get to the point where you've got the book copy and then you see the mistakes. Been there, done that. Bad feeling. Yeah, that's not what you want to do. Since I posted that video, this is the last book I did, which is Star Jumpers, An Accidental Quest for Freedom. And I published this one almost a year ago. It was the end of August 2019. It is a standalone sci-fi book. And this gets me to, and whatever, right? I was literally in tears not so long ago because this is the last book I published. This is the last of my sci-fi books I published, but I'd written 2 others. So actually since I last came with you, I also published, so this one, which is Awaken, which is book 2 of my Chosen series. So that one was published September-ish of 2018. And it's supposed to be a 5-part series. My hard drive crashed on my old computer. It had books 3 to 5. I don't know if I'm ever going to recover them. I have someone taking a look at it. First person said it's done. Someone else said I had to go take it through one of those like fancy recovery places, like in a clean lab environment, which costs over $1,000. So my 5-book series may be ending at 2. What is the lesson here? Why am I telling you this? Don't let it just live on your hard drive. If you have a trusted friend, actually, you don't even need to have a trusted friend. Just email it to yourself. Like periodically take a draft and send it to yourself. Like I wish I had done that. If I had just, and trust me, I scoured every email address I have, looked at every single attachment. I had not done that. And I was kicking myself because I'd lost 3 novels worth of work. Plus, I don't even want to go into the fact that those were just the big things. I had like a book of poetry on there, a play, songs, lyrics I've written. Please don't be like I was in that way and lose your stuff. It's heartbreaking. And it's not like you can go back and recreate it because you had inspiration in that moment to create those works. So that is my warning, right? So if you're editing, if you're writing, whatever you're doing, wherever you are in the process, make sure your work exists somewhere else besides just on your hard drive. Even if you're just saving a new draft every week, fine. You can go back and make edits on what you did, but don't lose the whole thing. Don't lose the whole thing. So the other thing I wanted to mention is, say you've gone to the point where you have everything. You've gotten it all written, you've gotten it all edited. Go ahead and publish it. Do not sit on it. And I'm speaking from experience because the books were done, right? And I was just waiting. I was like, I just want to go back through, give myself lots of time to go back and revise and edit it one more time, to pace myself publishing them. I wrote these books in one 3-month sitting in 2016, okay? Yeah. Now the editing does take time. What was I doing? Well, you know, besides life, which does take time. But what was I doing, right? Like, hello, don't do what I did there. When it's done, when it's complete, let it be complete. Let it be done. so you don't lose your stuff, and so you get it out there, and then you can move on to your next project, or you can promote it. And for those who are writing like the book, the one book, the book that is your message, like this is your thing, you definitely don't want to delay, because that's delaying your ability to get your message out there and talk on your message and sell your books on your message and speak on your message and coach on your message, or whatever you're doing around your message. So that is that. It's been an interesting time since I did that video in April of 2018. It's helped a lot of people. I hope that it has helped you. I hope that this one has helped you. Drop something on the comments. Let me know. Did you watch the first one? Did you write something? I know a lot of you did. And where are you now? Did you publish it? If you did, how's it going? Are you promoting it? Did you stop for some reason and let yourself, get distracted? And if so, why? How do you get yourself going again? So yeah, drop a comment. Let me know how you're doing and how it's going in general. Please don't just drop your Amazon link. Please don't. Like, yeah. I may think of some way to help you guys like share that thing, but this isn't the place, because people just see it as spam, because that's kind of what it feels like, to be honest. So I hope that is helpful. I am gonna get out of here because where I'm at, it's 10 after 5 and I gotta make dinner. That's life. And it's coronavirus season, so I have nothing better to do right this moment. I'm kidding. I've got like work, a job, a family, and I gotta go feed them. I hope this was helpful. I hope you can keep writing, get publishing. If you haven't, Amazon is the way to go. Let me tell you, they are the big dogs. If you want to self-publish, make sure you get on Amazon. And you can do it either under your name, under your LLC, depending on what you're going for, and the kind of image you want to perceive. Maybe I'll make a video about that as well. If you guys are interested, drop a line if you are. Who knows? Thanks so much. Have a good one. I gotta go.